Well, hello, welcome to a video. It's been a while since I've posted a video, life, all the things. But anyway, I found something really fun, in my opinion, at our discount grocery store. I just popped in just to see if they had anything great. And things escalated quickly. But I have some work to do, but I love being in the kitchen. I love doing all the things. I love cooking everything from scratch. So I'm going to show you the fun things that I picked up, and then I'm going to go through and tell you how I'm going to process them. So let me flip you around and show you. Parmesan cheese. Parmesan style cheese. Listen, it is what it is. I tasted it. It's delicious, okay? From like some restaurant. I don't know. Anyway, 5 pounds of this Parmesan for $6.99. Holy cow. So I had to buy two, right? I wanted four, but I ended up finding a different deal over here. Oh, well, let's see. Let me get them situated. So these are the cheese from Subway. So I got the white American, and you can see they're cut into the triangles. They're all from Subway. So I got 5 pounds of white American and 5 pounds of pepper jack. So I got my vacuum sealer out. I got some bags, but after I dug it out, I'm getting really low. So what I did is, and these are the pre-cut ones. I don't think I have any other ones available right now, so I'm just gonna work with these. So I took one, cut it in half, and this is a half a cup of Parmesan. That's how much fit in here. I tried to squeeze a whole cup in there, and it just wouldn't seal it. So they're labeled Parmesan. I am going to write half cup on here too, just so I know. So for recipes, you can pull out however many you need. I'm going to try to flatten this a little. And then I will so I'm doing this, but this is just the first step. I'm going to do 1 bucket, just Parmesan packets. Because we go through a lot of Parmesan. That's one of my son Mason's favorite toppings. So we're going to do that. All right, let's get to work. I'll show you what I do as I go. I quickly wanted to share that this is the one I had in the fridge. Now, normally I buy the one from Sam's Club or Costco, the big one, and I didn't. And so we needed it, and we went to Walmart, just grabbed this one. So this bottle was like, there's like a tiny bit left in here, like literally dust left in here. So I just refilled it. So this will just go right in the fridge for easy access. So that took about 2 cups, maybe. I'm not even sure. So that worked out. So that's full, and that takes care of some more of the Parmesan. All right, I am taking a break, but I'm going to fill you in. So I printed out a recipe for to make homemade Alfredo sauce. You can either just make like the powdered, and then you add the liquids when you want to use it. So those are the options, and I'm going to make all of it. I'm just going to make it in the sauce and freeze the sauce. I figured it'd be alright because there's Alfredo TV dinners. So, you know, why couldn't I make my own Alfredo TV dinner? You know what I mean? So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I don't know how many times. I think it was the recipe called for 1.5 quarts, but I printed it out and did 6 quarts worth. So we're going to use 4 cups Parmesan cheese, 12 tablespoons of cornstarch, 8 teaspoons of garlic salt, 2 teaspoons black pepper, and then 8 teaspoons of onion powder. That's the dry mix. And then you need 4 quarts of heavy cream, 20 cloves of garlic, and then 8 teaspoons of onion powder. Oh, no, wait. No, I went up a little. Garlic. Oh, and then 16 ounces of white American cheese. It says it's optional, but it makes the sauce really creamy. And since I got 5 pounds of white American cheese, I'm just going to try it. And we're going to, so I'm going to get my big old pot out and get this going. But I'm sitting and taking a break. The first bucket, I got 8 little pouches that contain half a cup. So 8 of those, because that's just a convenient amount for a recipe even, or just, that's just how much fit, right? And then I got 2 bags that have 4 cups of just the Parmesan, because this recipe, the big bulk recipe, calls for 4 cups. So I did 2 of those. So I'm going to make, and that was almost the entire bucket. There's probably half a cup left in the 8 or the 5-pound bucket. So I'm gonna make this and then see where we're at and probably portion out the rest in those like half cup bags. Maybe one more 4-cup bag. I'm not quite sure. But I sat down to take a break. I ate a little bit of pizza and got some fuel. And we're going to get back up and go finish this big project. Because I still have the American cheese and the pepper jack cheese to deal with also. But just the back and forth, getting things in the vacuum sealer and then like putting it away and moving it here. And, you know, that's exhausting when you're very chronically ill and very much abdominal chest wall pains. It's hard to work through because it's like you don't realize how repetitive some of the things are. It's weird. But anyway, we're taking a little tiny break and we're going to get up and go make a big, massive batch. Apparently 6 quarts worth of Alfredo sauce. Alright, amongst all the chaos, I decided I need an emotional support coffee. So, these are my 2 favorite right now. I do usually brew my own cold brew. But this I decided was just a treat I needed recently. So, I got myself this one. This is the best. And then this is I have 2 favorite creamers. This one and the brown butter cookie, chocolate chip cookie one. Incredible. But I'm going to make myself just a tiny little coffee and help motivate me to get my work done. Because also, I made all the homemade ranch seasoning and I still need to turn it, you know, some of it into actual ranch for the fridge. So, we got a lot of things. Oh yeah, and then I have to process all those tortillas. Maybe tomorrow. But, you know, I'm like, I got a lot of projects going. So, anyway, coffee and then back to Parmesan and Alfredo sauce. Alright, the recipe called for heavy cream. I don't have any, and I'm not going to the store. Just make my own. I'm actually since I'm making so much, I'm doing 4 cups of powdered milk. It's whole fat. And then instead of water, like it says, I'm going to do homemade chicken broth. And then you just need a bunch of butter. And then milk and butter, that's basically all heavy cream is. So, as soon as this butter melts down, I'm going to add the broth and get this turned into heavy cream. And then proceed to add the rest of the ingredients for the Alfredo recipe. Alright, let's talk about something for a second. So, chug it along. Dealing with the Parmesan saga, right? Okay, well I got, let's see, 14 half-cup packages. And then I did 4-cup portions, but let me show you. I didn't really think about it until I was like gathering them up. But look it's kind of funny. Hang on a second. It looks like I'm moving bricks for El Chapo or something. The vacuum sealed 4-cup portions. So I have 4 4-cups and 14 half-cups. And I'm going to get them all in the freezer. Hopefully that's like an entire year of Parmesan, right? That should be for $12. What a deal. It was a lot of freaking work. Oh, and then let me show you the sauce I made. Oh, here, let me back. This massive, massive pot, like, it's huge. It's about halfway full. So, yeah. Delicious. And I used, instead of water, I did all homemade chicken bone broth. So, it's absolutely delicious. It's a little too salty because it suggested adding a pound of American cheese. So I did that. So it's a little bit even salty, but I think it'll be good. Alright, we're going to let that cool before we deal with that. So at least I have like a good hour or 2 break for that to cool down before I got to package it up.